to you from the top of the Poconos, it's The Balcony Show with your host, Ann Thatcher, Bo Sommer, and me, the Madcat. We have searched the globe for the best in indie music, so you don't have to. So here we go, The Balcony Show.
Hi, everybody. Welcome to The Balcony Show. I'm here.
I'm here.
But are you really?
No.
It didn't sound like you
There's
are.
like a vacuum in my head today. I don't know. These things happen.
Here.
So how are you folks doing?
Good. Good to be back.
But are you ready?
I'm ready.
I'm going to go right into it. We're going to have Bruno Lewis on the show later. Going to love him. Singer, songwriter, producer. He's just finished up an internship at Abbey
Road
Studio in London.
And his music is incredible, so we look forward to bringing you that interview. But first...
See, you know what? But first, she
looks
glances across
right
the
at you,
table,
Madcat.
right at me.
No, see?
It's like the dad
Guilt.
fire is shooting out of her eyeballs.
what I mean?
Right at you.
Hashtag
It's
today.
a hashtag.
Hashtag drunk bed.
Bed?
Yep. So,
I spent a lot of time in drunk bed.
Ian, yeah, but this kid, nah, he takes the cake.
All right.
As far as a drunk teen stumbles into the worst possible wrong house. So this kid was drinking, right? And he's in Milwaukee, which is close to where I used to live. Go figure. The teen stumbled into the bed in the wee hours of the morning and woke up in trouble. Not for breaking a curfew, but for mistaking whatever he intended destination was for an Airbnb rental full of cops.
Oh, hell yeah.
Oh.
3 sheriff's departments deputies from Montana had traveled to Wisconsin together for an emergency vehicle training. One of them, Deputy Charles Pasola, heard a little ruckus in the night, but went back to sleep thinking it was his colleague making a bathroom visit. Instead, it was a definitely drunk and definitely disoriented teen. So this kid climbs into bed with 3 cops.
That's awesome.
And wakes up...
That's just
Wow.
fantastic.
and wakes up in handcuffs.
Oh.
What have you done? Have you ever done anything like been drinking and woke up? Like, did you pass out or whatever and you woke up like into a situation that maybe wasn't really terrible, but you know?
Well, I mean, it did get me kicked out of the house. For a brief moment. I was a young Madcat back then. I think I was probably about 14. You know, it was the 80s. We could do stuff like that back then because we were much cooler kids. But I had gone out and I had experienced vodka, you know, and I'm pretty sure it was my first run-in with copious amounts of vodka. And I didn't remember. All I remembered was waking up the next morning with my head between the toilet bowl and the bathtub, you know, passed out. But when I came to and walked out into the kitchen to make myself something to eat for breakfast or whatever, I noticed a stack of bags sitting at the front door of the front porch. And, you know, I guess in the earlier moments of that morning, my mother had packed all my clothes. Because apparently the night before I had come home, pissed drunk, and walked into her room and did a Jimmy Superfly Snuka swan dive on her. And started patting her in the head,
mother?
going, nah, I'm drunk. So my mother's answer to that was, you're out.
Okay.
Yeah.
I woke up in the trunk of a car.
Oh, my God.
See, now,
What?
I don't find that hard to believe. Because I think if I knew her back then, I'd throw her in the trunk of a car, too.
Hey, no! No, you know what?
What?
It was...
Yeah, please explain.
we
We're waiting.
We were playing volleyball at a court, and drinking entirely too much.
Yes.
And imbibing in spirits and other things. And I don't really know what happened. All I know is that I got way too drunk and I passed out. But when I woke up, I came to, and the trunk inside was white. You know what I mean? Like it was, and I was like, hey, hey, like, hey.
I'd be a lot more freaked out.
Oh my God,
You
I
know,
would
and it took me a while
freaking
to.
out.
It took me a while to get like.
Did anybody explain to you why?
Yeah, because they didn't have enough room in the car. There was like 7 people in the car.
Oh,
So let's just throw Ann in the trunk.
So we'll just throw it.
We've got a caller. Anne's wasted. Let's just throw her in the trunk.
Well, I was
Yeah,
passed
there was
out.
no
so they
Uber
just,
back then.
You know what I mean? And I banged on the trunk, and then they let me out.
Oh my
But-
God, I'd freak
Yeah,
out.
but to wake up, that feeling of waking up.
Dude.
Oh, I feel like I can't breathe right now.
Yeah,
just
exactly.
thinking about it.
Exactly.
So yeah,
Yeah.
I mean
Insane.
that's one of many adventures.
Wow.
I always found myself in like really weird situations.
Yeah.
I don't know why.
I was really drunk and fell down the stairs, like the emergency stairs at college in the dorm. Oh, long story, but there was a massive flood in my college dorm. So when I tell you it's a waterfall going down the emergency stairs in this tower of a dorm right next to the Brooklyn Bridge in New York City, and I decided, I don't know, you couldn't use the elevator to get down to the main lobby because everybody had to evacuate. It was an emergency.
Right.
I went down the steps and I went down, and I thought I broke my arm. So off to Beekman Hospital, which was right next door to my college, getting X-rays, and I was wasted.
Meanwhile, he's looking for a house, and I'm climbing out of a trunk.
And I'm
And you're
breaking
falling down
bones.
the steps. Donna? You're not here? I think you're here.
Yeah, Donna, do tell.
I didn't drink much.
Is her boyfriend
I
in the
really
room?
didn't. I
You
don't have any good stories.
None?
No.
You never got really drunk.
The only thing I could remember is in high school, I actually did with a girlfriend of mine. I went over her house. We skipped school that day, which I hardly ever did.
Did what?
And
Got drunk?
We got drunk.
Wow.
Vodka.
The dead vodka.
Always
And
causes trouble.
And I had to walk all the way home and get home with my mom being home and try to get past her somehow
Yeah.
without her figuring out that I
Yeah.
was totally drunk.
Isn't it amazing how in those moments we shore ourselves up? We're gonna
No,
fool
we
them.
think we sure.
You know what I mean? Yeah. You know, we're gonna. It always cracked me up because when I was a kid, this whole picture was painted that my mother was basically sainted, did no wrong. You know what I mean? And then you find out later in life that, you know, when the veil is lifted, you're an adult now. And then you find out
So
that,
true.
that what you perceived as a goody-goody mom, no. Turns out that mom sometimes was the life of the party, too.
Oh, my mother was definitely the life of the party.
And my mother, she never let that on.
That's
Never let that on. Wasn't until adulthood.
That's a hashtag for another day. All right, we're going to get things started
right.
on this very special episode with a song from PERK. If you remember them, from the Netherlands.
I remember
Yes,
them.
they're
Very
good.
The name of the song is Let You Go. So take a listen and we'll be right back with the rest of the show.
Watching stars as they fall, they don't move me at all. Close your eyes, make a wish, keep them shut, live in bliss, and move on. Never facing my fear, I'll be gone out of here, out of mind, out of sight. I won't put up a fight and move on. No fear, my dear, going out of my
Balcony Show. And right now we have the song Long Time Coming by Bruno Lewis. And also we will have him in the studio when we get back. So sit down, give it a listen. Here we go.
What I've learned from a healer, how to keep your head while you lose your mind. And even if you can see it, sometimes peace is worth more than pride. What I've learned from a poet, before he fell, the sun could fly. Sometimes you lose when you're winning. Sometimes the darkness is your ally. And when the memory floods in, I sit and wonder how you've been. It's been a long time coming, but I've been here before. I spent a long time running when I walked out your door. Everybody needs something to make the day feel undone. But I'm done running from the pain of your love. Heavy heart needs nothing but time. Without you here, I've been doing just fine. But then the memory floods in. I sit and wonder how you've been. It's been a long time coming, but I've been here before. I spent a long time running when I walked out your door. Everybody needs something to make the day feel undone. I'm done running from the pain of your love.
Hi, everybody. Welcome to the Balcony Show, and we are very excited because we have Bruno Lewis on the phone all the way from the UK. Welcome, Bruno.
Thank you. Thank you so much for having me.
So, we just played your first song, Long Time Coming. Can you tell us about that a little bit?
Yeah, sure. A Long Time Coming was the fourth song I released. I've been releasing music since last year, May, so it's just gone a year actually for me. And Long Time Coming was a really great song to release because it was sort of a culmination of a lot of the work I'd done on a few songs until that point. It's really just a song about getting over a previous relationship and getting into a space where you're starting to work on yourself a little bit more and let go of things in the past. And it's sort of a sort of triumph, but also overcoming some personal, hurdles.
Yeah,
So
that's almost exactly what I've written down. Taking stock of the past situation, letting go, moving on. Yeah. That's really good.
Yeah, definitely letting go. I think if I had to sum it up in 3 words, it would be about letting go. So, that's really what that song was all about.
So you're also a producer, and obviously you're a songwriter, and you worked at Abbey Road. Is that where you did your internship, or tell us a little bit about that?
Yeah. I actually lived in Johannesburg, South Africa all my life up until 2018. And then I got the chance to go study audio engineering at Abbey Road Studios. I had applied from South Africa, and I think I was amongst about 300 and something applicants, and they only took 20 people on.
Wow, congratulations.
Yeah.
Thanks. Yeah, it was.
Who'd you pay? I'm kidding.
Maybe someone there. No, it was a fantastic experience. I mean, it was the whole reason I moved to London and then fell in love with London. But Abbey Road Studios is incredible. When I was there, just being surrounded by the artists walking through there. It was the 50th anniversary of the Abbey Road album that the Beatles released while I was there. So, Paul McCartney was walking through the building. I got to see other people like Sam Smith and Ed Sheeran recorded there while I was there. So, it was incredible. And the people that taught me, I mean, there's no doubt that all of the songs that I've released since are a direct result of my experiences at Abbey Road. And I did actually record, so not a long time coming, but the 2 songs you're going to play next, I actually did record a lot of the instrumentation at Abbey Road Studios. So it's quite nice.
So that's cool to know. See, background information, that's what we're all about.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I was sifting through your website, and I got to tell you something that you have posted, the quote about "in music as in life, the end of the composition is not the point of the composition. The whole point of the dance is the dance." I think that it really speaks to probably who you are a little bit. You know what I mean? Like, the point is to be in it, be in life.
Oh, absolutely, yeah. I think people go all their lives just, making bigger plans. I mean, it's that whole saying from John Lennon, isn't it? Life happens while you're making bigger plans. And I think that quote really sums up what I'm trying to do. I mean, I'm just trying to dance. I'm just trying to play the game, release music, write songs, make sure that those songs are the best they could possibly be, find the right people for them, and, hopefully something happens. And if anything, really, I just want to know that I danced, I played the game, and hopefully made a couple of good tunes.
So how did the collaboration with Josh Dell, your next single that we're going to hear tonight, Wild Woman, happen? Why did you choose him for your song, and how did that happen?
Well, we live in crazy times. It's I think it's a time where making music slightly different maybe from the past, because I've actually never met Josh Dell in person. Josh and I connected over the internet. We met via something called soundbetter.com, which is a popular place for producers to find work. People hire producers, also musicians, songwriters, that sort of stuff on there. And we just linked up over there. Josh is incredible. I mean, he's got a fantastic voice. He's also a producer himself. He also writes songs. So I think we sort of clicked straight away. I remember I had the song already. I'd already worked on it at Abbey Road Studios for a few months. I had the instrumentation down, and I knew it was a decent song, and it just needed the right vocals really to drive it home. And there was just something about that song. It gives me sort of, I don't know, southern flavors. It gives me real sort of Americana vibes, country rock. And when I heard Josh's voice, I knew it was definitely the right voice. I say this to a lot of people, but I actually think he was born to sing that song because no one else could do that justice like he did. And he's an incredible singer.
It definitely led me to wonder who you were, because I had first caught it on YouTube, but it was only as YouTube was playing the next song after a song I was already listening to, and I heard this song and I was just like, wow. I was like, I really dug it. So then I shared it, and then and I wasn't disappointed at all. Digging the music that had been coming out, and I really like the other song, Broken Divine, as well. They're just great storied songs, just beautiful composition with all of them,
Thanks. Yeah. It's a weird one because I grew up in Johannesburg, South Africa. I'm now living in London, but for some reason I tend to make music that sounds like it comes out of Nashville. I have no idea why that's the case.
That's not necessarily a bad thing, though. There's a lot of good stuff coming out of Nashville.
No. Before writing Wild Woman and that sort of thing, I was listening to a ton of Chris Stapleton. So, you could probably hear some of those vibes in there. And when I heard Josh's voice once again, it gave me that sort of those Stapleton vibes.
All right, well, let's take a break now so that our listeners can hear the song Wild Woman, and we'll be right back with the rest of the interview.
Wild woman, you come to me when I needed some sympathy I could hardly feel. Oh, but you and me, wild woman, I need you. And all of those things you do, you know it's true. That I'm your fool. It's nights like these I'm missing you. Oh, tonight I need your loving. I need it so bad. Wild woman, I need you. And all of the things you do, you know it's true. Oh, and I'm your fool. It's nights like these I'm missing you. Oh, tonight I need your loving. Oh, I need it so bad. I'm still thinking of you and all those precious things that you do. Some things were just built to last. So say the word and I'm running fast to you. It's nights like these I'm missing you. Tonight I need your loving. I need it so bad.
And we are back on the Balcony Show. That was Wild Woman, written by Bruno Lewis, sang by Josh Dell. So, Bruno, now, Do you yourself go out and play songs? Do you play the scene, or is it just strictly you're going to cut and release in studio and then put them out there in the world?
Well, yeah, I'm a bit of a hybrid. I mean, I started purely as a songwriter. My dream was I'm actually more of a guitarist, I guess, than anything. But my dream was always to be like Slash in Guns N' Roses. That was the dream. Just put me on the side there playing guitar riffs while someone else takes center stage. That was the sort of idea.
Right.
And I've always just been a songwriter. I've been writing songs since I was probably about 16 years old. So I love that side of it, and I love producing, and the whole audio engineering side really picked up when I went to Abbey Road Studios. I got a lot of interest in that, and how the background works, mixing, mastering. There's a whole art to that as well, and I feel like songwriting and that really go hand in hand these days. So moving forward, I think I'm going to be involved a lot as a songwriter still, but I am developing myself as an artist as well. I'd love to start singing on some of my tunes, and you're probably going to hear me sing eventually. But yeah, I'm playing the circuit here in London. Well, we've been in lockdown now for quite a while.
Yeah.
But once things open up again, I'm definitely going to get back. I was gigging a lot before lockdown happened, so hopefully we can get that started again. Yeah, but I definitely do play. I definitely do try and get on stage as much as possible.
Oh, that's awesome.
All right, I do have to ask you about one thing that I saw on your website. Mm-hmm. Hashtag she sat on a turtle.
Yeah.
Explain, please.
Ooh, do tell us.
I don't think it's radio friendly. It's actually not. She sat on a turtle. It's that she. I can't say it. I don't think I can say it on radio.
Yes, you can.
But can I?
Yeah.
Well, it's actually she shat on a turtle.
Oh,
which is
That's awesome.
okay, and the visual for that. Okay, why?
Yeah, what's our background there?
Okay,
it's
explain.
actually. It's honestly, it's nothing. It's nothing that's happened to me or anything. It just came from an Austin Powers movie. I think it's Austin Powers #3 or something. He's having this conversation with his father, who's from London, and they're speaking really Cockney, and they're using the slang, and then they say, "And then she shat on a turtle." And I just thought it was the most random thing, and it was a running joke with me and one of my producer friends. We just always put in these crazy little hashtags to try and make each other laugh, really. Just making fun. So,
that's awesome.
Well, our very own Anne here, usually weekly. Well, she goes back and forth between doing having Madcat give us some useless fact information, or better known, Anne, to give everyone listening out there a weekly special story that involves some kind of a hashtag. So she's earned the title Thatch Tag for her very interesting
the crazier, the
hashtags
better. I
every
love
week.
it.
Yeah.
So of course I saw that. Of course. You weren't going to
zoned
fly that
right
one
in
by
on
me, Bruno,
that.
just so you know. But
I'm going to take that down immediately after this.
Oh,
No,
don't.
no, leave it up, leave it up.
No,
No,
it's
it's great.
great. It's great. Absolutely great. And probably most people won't, notice it. Oh, well, maybe. But it's still cute.
Yeah.
So,
I think the fact that it's an Austin Powers line makes it even better.
yeah, there you go.
Yeah. Yeah.
So you have the balcony approval to keep it up.
That's it.
And
Thanks.
like we're some whatever. So Broken Divine, I really love this song. I like what you did with it. I like the movement in it. Tell us something about the actual song and the process of building it.
That's a really interesting word to use there, movement. I feel like that song is about that. It's a strange movement between two different emotions for me. The whole sort of idea of it, I wrote it during the first lockdown. You could probably tell. But it was sort of peak first lockdown. Everything was closed. Everything looked a little bit uncertain and wasn't really sure where things were going. And I just basically what Broken Divine is about is it's about the sort of conflicting emotions that I get when I look around at our world at the moment. I feel like, when I look around, it's very clear to me that the world is a beautiful place and special things are happening all the time, but there's also a sense of brokenness that exists everywhere I look.
That's true.
We're breaking the planet. We're basically marching off the edge, and we do this in our lives as well. I mean, that song is about relationships. It's about addiction. It's about just life in general, and just this sort of double-edged sword that seems to exist in life, bittersweetness with everything, no matter what it is, no matter what triumph or failure you've gone through. There's always two sides to it. There's always a bit of push and pull with everything. So the song really tries to be, I mean, if you listen to the emotion of it, the way it progresses, it's very bipolar and schizophrenic. It goes from, being almost sounding sad to sounding sweet, to sounding
that's what
else entirely.
Yep. Absolutely. Sorry to interrupt you, but yeah.
No, yeah, that was basically the idea of it. Just trying to capture that dichotomy of those two ideas, the brokenness, but also the divineness that we exist in.
And I think you did a good job, and if it's possible to capture that in music, I think you did a good job with that. No, but seriously, thank you so much, Bruno, for being a part of the show.
Thanks for having me on. Thank you. I really appreciate it. Thanks for having me on.
Take care.
Cheers, brother. Be well.
We keep trying, and our hearts break. Babe, I wanna live it this way. I'm addicted to the moonlight and your grace. Let's dance till the sun shines on your face. You are all I find. This broken divine, babe, I'm kinda losing my mind. Shut it down, give it in. Let the walls close in. You know my patience wears thin. It's in the way, the things we chase. Lord, I can't give up this taste. I guess there's some things you can't replace. You are all I find. This broken divine, babe, I'm
This week's Indie Radar was a special request. We don't have to mention who requested this, but it's a special topic. Very simple, professional photos and why you need them. A couple months ago, we had, I covered an Indie Radar about having an assets tab, ASSETS, just to be clear. And we had, I think it was Konstantin Maroulis who was on our show, and his management company sent us a link to his asset tab on his website. And it was very convenient because there was no back and forth emailing with management or anything. It was, here's the link, and we were able to download all the graphics or the songs or anything that we needed to put together for our show. And of course, Konstantin, he's been around the block, and he's, a professional Broadway star and singer and actor. And so he's going to have the means to have, publicity shots and all that stuff. But for DIY artists, we just wanted to go over why it is so important to have professional photos. And doesn't mean you have to spend thousands of dollars on some fancy schmancy photographer. Reach out to a local school, a college, or somebody who's learning photography that can maybe help you out. But the reason why you want to have professional photos is, one, it makes you look professional. It's as simple as that. And it also helps to increase the perception of your brand. And hopefully by the time you're thinking about having professional photos that are high quality, high resolution, truly helps to identify you visually as an artist. So those are just some of the reasons why you really need to have professional photos. And it honestly doesn't matter what stage of your career that you are in, because again, photos help to visually identify you.
And if you don't want to do a photo, like Fiverr, you know what I mean? Like for your graphics or something, but it's important.
Yes.
Like when we're going through the Reverb Nation campaigns, I got to tell you, before I even listen to the music, what's in front of my face is a photo.
Yeah.
Whether that be a graphic photo or a photo of the band,
right,
or whatever it is. And I can't tell you the number of people that put really cruddy pictures. They're blurry. And you know what that says? I don't care.
Right. Or I'm not ready. Right. And that's even worse.
Right.
Because the I don't care, you can come up with 1,000 excuses why maybe you don't care, but the I'm not ready, well, the artist, with the cool graphic or the high-res graphic next to you on that website is ready. And another point, I'm glad Ann mentioned that, because sources like Reverb Nation, radio shows, press, festivals, you don't want to get caught with your pants down and not have something readily available. So let's say you get some cool gig and they want to do some social media posting. You want to be able to send that graphic or photo that's quality to whoever your contact is, because that's essentially going to promote you. And again, you want to say, I'm ready, I'm here. I know it's corny, but you get one chance to make a first impression, so do it right.
Great tip. Thank you both, Sommer.
You're welcome. See you next week.
Madcat's Mad Tracks.
And today's Madcat's Mad Tracks, we have the song Bittersweet Dreams by Kai Undrell. So sit down, give it a listen. Here we go.
Mama's got a crush on Beelzebub. She can't figure out whether or not she should, and it gets me down. The policies that she set yourself, and why have you got that frown on your face? Honey, please, no one's on your case. And guess what? I think you nearly forgot that all these paper dreams in your heart will slowly fade away. Are you losing the plot? 'Cause children are lost on the inside, on the outside, and we ask why. We gotta rip our jeans out of tears. We're living in these messed up bittersweet dreams. Mama's got a crush on Beelzebub, and Daddy cried 'cause he did all he could, and that gets me down. When heartbreak makes for a broken face, and why'd you make that sound? We gotta rip our jeans, how it seems. We're living in this messed up bittersweet. Mama's got a crush on Beelzebub, and she can't figure out whether or not she should. And it gets me down, the policies that she sets herself. And why have you got that frown on your face? Honey, please, no one's on your case. And guess what? I think you nearly forgot that all these paper dreams in your heart will slowly fade away. Are you losing the plot? 'Cause children are lost on the inside, on the outside, and we ask why. We gotta rip our jeans, how it seems. We're living in these messed up bittersweet.
It's time for the spotlight portion of our show where we showcase debut singles and returning guests. And your host is Donna Gallucci. So, here we go.
Hey everyone, and welcome to Spotlight. I'm Donna Gallucci, and on the phone I have Emily Noel, singer-songwriter from Nashville. Hey Em, how you doing?
I'm well. How are you? Thanks for having me.
Oh, you're welcome. It's great talking to you today.
Yeah.
You have a new single out called Hometown Hero. Can you tell us a little bit about it?
Yes. So I'm originally from the Lehigh Valley area. And yes. So I moved to Nashville a year ago, June 1st. And it was a very exciting but weird time in my life, especially with COVID just happening and, you know, pretty much leaving everything I've ever known and loved behind to pursue my dream. And I started writing the song back in December. It was kind of like a really weird day for me here. And, you know, I felt like I wasn't really doing enough yet with everything happening. And I just remembered when I left, I made sure I told everyone, I'm going to make you proud. This is all going to be worth it. It'll all be worth it one day. So I started writing the song back in December, and I revisited it a couple months ago when things were a little bit better. And I thought that this would be the perfect song for me to put out when I first got here to Nashville, just to kind of as a thank you to everyone back home, including you guys who have always supported me and have always wanted to see me succeed. And even though you all miss me, you all wanted to see me just go live your dream. So that's kind of how the song came about.
And now we're going to give a listen to Hometown Hero by Emily Noel.
Said goodbye to all my family and my friends. My little white car was packed up to the brim. I looked in the rearview mirror at everything in my whole life, and I shed a tear and I put my car in drive. I see my name in shining lights. I know it'll be alright. Dreams are worth fighting for. I've always wanted more, so I head on down the road. Turn up the stereo. Promise I'll make you proud. I can be a hometown hero. It's Friday night on a stage on 2nd Street. As the lights come up, I feel my own heartbeat. At a local dive or a running kind of vibe, you'll always be a part of my life. See my name in shining lights. I know it'll be alright. Dreams are worth fighting for. I've always wanted more, so I head on road. Turn up the stereo. Promise I'll make you proud. I can be your hometown hero. Your hometown hero. See my name in shining lights. I know it'll be alright. Dreams are worth fighting for. I've always wanted more. Head on down the road. Turn up the stereo. Promise I'll make you proud. I can be your hometown hero. Your hometown hero.
Welcome back to the Balcony Show. And coming up next is Bright Light by Neil and Adam. And a little tidbit here that we just learned in the studio, that this song is a little kind of setting up some fires on TikTok, I guess. People are singing to it and posting it. So
They're
give it a
dancing
listen.
to
Oh, they're
it.
dancing to it. So, and TikTok is not just dancing. But anyway, very cool to know that a past artist that we've had on our show, Neil and Adam, they've got some activity on TikTok, so good for them. So check out Bright Light coming up next.
Am I the one you love? You make me feel like I'm inside out. I capture your picture, hang it on my wall. I don't wanna feel like I'm all left out. Everybody talks, people talk, everybody talks, talk to each other. They're terribly predictable. Every little syllable. Scared of the bright light burning in your heart, waiting for the fist fight that rages in your heart. Am I the one you want? You are the needle that I'll never put down. I'm wicked, addicted, prone to be the anchor. You are the ocean and I wish I would drown. Everybody talks, people talk, everybody talks, talk to each other. They're terribly predictable.
everybody. Welcome back to the balcony. And that was Bright Light with Neil and Adam. And we have come to the end of another great show.
This is the end.
That never ends. Giving drunk tips here. One of my favorites still, though, has got to be the guy that was caught with the folding chair in his car. Remember that?
Oh my God, that was like a year ago.
Yeah.
That was a good one.
That was a good story.
People do wild things when they're drinking.
They do. And I always harken back to that video. I think I spoke of it that same show. Is that the Canadian U.S. Mountie driving the drunk guy back to the station to put him in a drunk tank, and the guy sang Bohemian Rhapsody from start to finish the entire way. And when the Mountie pulled into the docking station, he sat there and let the guy finish the song before he got out of the car. Talk about Canadian politeness.
That's a good story, too. I want to thank Bruno Lewis for being a part of our show. Be sure and go to brunolewis.com. Check out all of his music. You're going to want to watch him. I think he's an up-and-coming young producer, and I think he's got a lot coming forward.
Talented songwriter.
Sure.
I agree. I mean, well-written songs, perfect choice in singers.
And I do want to add that Madcat, this was a Madcat find, so...
Yeah, it's just another one of those weird things that, I always try to, whatever pops up in my feed as I'm listening to music, I always try to take it in, and when I'm sitting there and I'm editing photos and I have that music on and when it pulls me out of that edit and immediately pulls me into the song, it's clear that it's something worth listening to.
So good ears, Madcat.
Yeah.
And I think that's going to wrap it up for today. We're going to end things tonight with a song from Ben Tyler, Ready. And with that, I'm going to bid you people a very good night and have a wonderful evening, what's left of it.
Yeah, totally. You know what I mean?
The same to you, Anne. Thank you.
Once again, she's using that midnight caller voice. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Hi, Midnight Caller.
Hi, this is Dark Ann. You're on the air.
This is Dark Ann.
This is Dark Ann.
This is Ann After Dark.
This is Ann
I like
After
that.
Dark.
This is Dark Bo.
We already got a Dark Bo. She's the one that doesn't even know who the hell Lord Varys is.
I didn't care about him. See? Here we go.
All right. Good night, everybody, from the Balcony Show. We'll catch you next week.
That's what's up.
Waking up the sky, tearing through the night, trying to catch the light, sort of reach new heights. Been waiting for the time is never right. Holding on too tight, trying to win this fight. I feel like I'm falling, hoping I'll catch the ground. But tell me you're all in. So come on, I'm crawling, hoping you'll come around. Tell me you're all in, 'cause I'm ready. I'm ready. Yeah, I'm ready. Yeah, I'm ready. drifting on and on. Watch you come undone, reaching for the sun. Heart is cold and numb. You pray and pray and pray and pray and pray for this to be over. Can it be over? You feel like you're falling, hoping you'll hit the ground. Well, baby, I'm all in. So come on, you're stalling, wishing you'd come around. Well, baby, I'm all in, 'cause I'm ready. 'Cause I'm ready. Yeah, I'm ready. Yeah, I'm ready. It's all on you, and you're all on me. It's all on you, and you're all I need. It's all on you, and you're all on me. It's all on you, and you're all I need. It's all on me, and I'm all for you. It's all on me, and I'm all for you. 'Cause I'm ready. 'Cause I'm ready. Whoa, 'cause I'm ready now. Yeah, I'm ready. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, I'm ready. Whoa, 'cause I'm ready now. 'Cause I'm ready.
And that's what's up.